I used to overthink everything from what to wear to what someone really meant in a text message, and it's just exhausting. Here's a hard truth that some of you aren't ready for, and overthinking is stealing your joy and you don't even realize it, okay? Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you notice that my car looks different, it's not my car, this is my dad's car, because my car is way too hot to film in. The windows are broken, everything in my car is falling to pieces. So I have kindly asked my dad if I can film in his car, and he's letting me. So the tinting's better, it's a lot cooler because it's summer in Australia right now, so that's why my car looks like this, even though it's not mine, guys. We're manifesting a nice car like this, okay? This is just a Nissan, but it's so nice because everything works. It's a functioning car, and that is a huge privilege and blessing, so I will take a working car. Anyways, so I'm sitting in this nice car and I'm filming a video today talking about overthinking, because I am and was the queen of overthinking, okay, let me tell you. And you can ask anyone in my life, you can ask my parents, you can ask my boyfriend, anyone in my life will tell you that I used to be the biggest overthinker. And sometimes, yeah, every now and again I will catch myself overthinking a little bit, but it is nowhere near as bad as what it used to be years ago. And I think it's something that really comes with age, and when you realize, wow, I'm not the same anymore. Like, you kind of grow into yourself. But if you're younger and you're really struggling with it, you can definitely make actions and take little actionable steps and tricks and things to try and grow out of it quicker or realize what you're doing. Overthinking is a really normal thing. It's not anything that's rare or it's unique. It is really common. You can overthink the smallest things, from what to wear, or how your boss spoke to you on the phone in your meeting, or how someone treated you in the supermarket. Like, it is so easy to overthink every little interaction, experience, conversation, but it's not healthy, and it happens daily. But you cannot let it consume you or your life, okay? You need to take control of your overthinking, because I know you can. You've got this. The actual definition of overthinking is when you replay a thought or a scenario in your head over 1,000 times, and you try to control every single outcome, and you try and dissect how it could happen, how it might happen, how it did happen. And it is draining. It will keep you stuck in your own mind, and it's okay to be in your mind. Sometimes it's healthy to be in your mind and be self-aware and learn things about yourself, but you cannot get stuck there, because it becomes a prison, and it will, and that is not healthy for you, and you will never be able to grow as a person, get to your full potential in life. If you have goals, which you should, you will never be able to get to them if you're in your own prison up here. Like, what? Because yes, overthinking does affect and impact your whole life. It can impact your mental health, your friendships, your relationship with other people and yourself, and just the overall ability to enjoy life. Life is so beautiful, life is so special and amazing, and we are so lucky that we have the opportunity to live life, that we were born. Out of the millions of things that could have happened, we were born. So you have to take this opportunity by the hands and live life, no matter what experience you have, no matter what type of cards life has dealt you. Make the most of what you have, and will try your best to work towards your goals, and stop overthinking. And I know it's easier said than done. I say this in all my videos. I know it's easier said than done, because yes, it is, but you can do it, okay? There are so many inspiring people in the world who have gone from living on the street to now living in mansions and having investment properties and being the richest people. And not that that's all that matters, but you can see that people can go from having nothing to having whatever they want. It is possible, and that just goes to prove to you that you can transform your mind and your life. For me personally, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this feeling of overthinking, but when I was overthinking in every day and every way of my life, I never felt like I was enough. I felt, even when I was at the breaking point of feeling drained, I never felt like I was enough, and there was nothing left that I could overthink, and I was drained in that cycle. Overthinking kept me from enjoying every moment in my life, because I kept thinking the what ifs, or what could have been, or what has happened, and that is not a way of living. You have to enjoy and soak up every moment of your life. Guys, someone just started mowing, but people have been mowing all day. It's Christmas Eve, and I can't wait to film this video, so if you can hear people mowing in the background, I'm so sorry, okay? You know how earlier in the start of the video, how I was like, you can start taking actionable small steps to stop overthinking? Well, for me personally, that was not how it happened. I actually realized on this one day that there was a turning point where I was like, I need to stop overthinking. And it wasn't something that just happened overnight, but there was one day in particular. And you know what it was? I realized that one day, no matter how much I overanalyze or overthink any situation or scenario, life is still going to unfold in ways that I cannot control and that you cannot control. And that is okay, okay? And just think about that. You need to be okay with the fact that life will unfold in ways that are out of your control. And when you realize that, and you really deep that thought and that feeling and that emotion with being okay with that, you will start to feel okay with it. Okay, here are my top 5 actionable, easy tips that you can start to implement or start to try and do to stop overthinking, okay? okay? And these are just little things that are easy and you will be able to action, okay? I promise you, I wouldn't be giving you guys things that were hard, because I know in this generation we are all so lazy and we want an easy way out, an easy shortcut. So these are my easy 5 tips, okay? Number 1, focus on what you can control, okay? So if I was to ever catch myself overthinking ever again, I would ask myself, what can I actually control? If I cannot change it, I let it go. I fully let it go and surrender. If I can control it, then I can change it. And then you can take the action that is appropriate to that thing, okay? Number 2, set a time limit on your worrying, okay? And I know it sounds kind of silly and funny, but trust me. Give yourself a very specific time limit. It could be 5 to 10 minutes, right? To think about that thing. And then afterwards, move on. It sounds simple, and that's because it really is, but it makes such a big difference, and that was something that really helped me as well. Number 3, practicing mindfulness and just being present. That's something that I talk about a lot in my other videos, but it makes such a big difference, okay? And if you find yourself starting to spiral and just not be right where you need to be, okay, take yourself into the space where you can be, whether that's sitting outside, in your bedroom, somewhere where you feel safe and that you can get back into your feet, in your grounding. Focus on your breath and think about 5 things around you. It could be, what does that look like? What can I taste? What can I touch? It can be anything. That's just a quick way to snap yourself back into being in the present moment, if that helps some people. Number 4, challenge your negative thoughts, okay? Take it on like a beast, because I know you're strong enough too. So for example, if you're starting to overthink and if you think, what if this goes wrong? Oh no, and then you start spiraling. Well, snap out of it and think, well, what if it goes right? Because you know you can actually think that, and that could happen. Counter your negative thoughts and flip the script, and that can literally stop any unnecessary overthinking. And then number 5, talk about it with someone. And like I said before, it sounds so simple, but it can make the biggest difference. And I always say, talking about a problem is a problem halved, or whatever that saying is, okay? My mum always used to tell me that, because she'd be like, come talk to me. It is good to talk about things that go wrong. And I know, especially with males and things, it's hard for them to talk about their mental health. You guys, I just had to turn the car on because my phone started overheating. I'm so sorry, there's so many interruptions in the video. Please stay with me. I promise you that sometimes saying your worries out aloud, even if it's just talking to yourself, it puts everything into perspective for real. It really helps you to realize that they're not as big as what they are in your head, okay? And just try it. Talk to someone you trust. It could be your parent, a best friend, a partner, a sibling. Like I said, even talking to yourself. Okay, and my next tip is look for the small wins. I don't care how big or how small this win is. It can be the smallest thing, like, oh my gosh, I didn't overthink that interaction at the supermarket when I went to the checkout. It is all about progress over perfection, okay? You're not gonna stop overthinking overnight. That is just not realistic. You have to celebrate the small moments, even if it's for like 60 seconds that you stop overthinking for once. Celebrate that, because it's okay, and that's a good thing. It shows that your brain and you are capable, more than capable, of being able to pause for a second. If you can do it for 10 seconds, then you can do it for 20, and then 30, and 60, and then more than that. I think a lot of us tend to be really hard on ourselves, and we're the worst critics for ourselves, okay? I find it with myself too. Be kind to yourself, okay? Reassure yourself. Overthinking doesn't mean that you care too much, or you're too emotional, or you're weak, okay? It means that you're human, okay? And we all are. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and you're fine just the way you are. But life is way too short to be stuck in living in your head, okay? The joy that you have and the potential you have in your life is waiting for you out here, not in here. Okay, I always say my community here on YouTube is all about opening up to each other and commenting down below things that we're dealing with, because we all want to help each other. I want you guys to help each other in the comments, and I'm going to come in the comments and help, okay? So I want one of you, if you've found yourself overthinking something recently or stressing about something recently and you feel alone, I want you to comment it down below, okay? And that is a huge win if you do that. Comment it down below, and we will all come in the comments and help each other and give each other some advice and some tips and some reassurance, and just know that you're valid for the things that you're overthinking and how we can help each other out. And I really want you guys to know that this video is so important to me, because it has changed my life, the way that I see the world and the way that I feel. I am not in my head anymore. I am out here, okay? And it is so freaking good. It is so peaceful and relaxing and beautiful. And yeah, there are going to be days where I'm kind of in my head and I'm like, oh, but I recognize it and I snap out of it straight away. And I don't get angry or down at myself for getting back into that mindset if I do for a split second, because like I said, I'm human. And that's okay. Okay, it's Christmas Eve. I'm filming this on Christmas Eve, so also Merry Christmas, guys. Okay, I hope you all have a beautiful and safe Christmas, no matter how you're spending it. Not to quickly change the topic of this video, but if you're someone who's comparing yourself to social media and you just think that your Christmas sucks, you don't have the presents or materialistic things that other people are posting on social media, or you're alone, or you don't have family, just know that you're enough, you are loved, and you are worthy of a beautiful Christmas of eating beautiful food, and just treat yourself and spend it the way that makes you happy, okay? Even if it's rotting in your bed. I'm going to go back inside to go and keep doing some baking, but I really just had to film this video for this week because overthinking is something that I've dealt with, and I always am super honest and vulnerable with you guys. And even if this video just helps one person to know that you're not alone and to try and implement little small steps that you can take to try and live life more freely and not in your head. And if you want to keep up with me on a daily basis, go follow my Instagram and my TikTok at islandcarter_, and my Snapchat is islandcarter16. All right, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. Okay, bye.